Paradise Hill, the crown jewel of Tony, Beats mining empire, faced an unprecedented challenge when Tony and his wife Minnie decided to take a rare, week-long vacation to Sweden for the first time in a long while. The patriarch left the operation under the stewardship of his son Mike, daughter Monica, and nephew Mike. With high stakes and ambitious targets to meet, the week was anything but smooth sailing as internal conflicts threatened to derail progress. Tony, known for his relentless work ethic, had clear expectations. 3 wash plants were to be fully operational by the time he returned, while his absence offered a test of trust for his family. It also exposed the friction that can arise when strong personalities clash under pressure. His son Mike, determined to prove his worth, and his nephew Mike, equally resolute, were at the center of a tense week filled with disagreements over leadership and execution. The Beats family has always thrived under Tony's watchful eye, with his hands on leadership guiding operations. However, this time was different. Tony's eldest son and chief mechanic Kevin was unavailable, busy managing his own claim. This left cousin Mike to step in and fill Kevin's shoes, a significant responsibility given the scale of the operation. Cousin Mike was eager to rise to the occasion, stating, "Tony left, and I want to show him that I can do the job." Confident in his abilities, he ventured to Paradise Hill to assist son Mike with the critical task of getting the TRL sling, but the challenges of aligning their approaches soon became apparent, setting the stage for conflict. The first major obstacle came with reinstalling the distributor box, a critical component that directs Goldrich material into the SAW runs. After maintenance, the SAW runs had shifted, requiring precise leveling to ensure efficient operation. Son Mike and cousin Mike had differing opinions on how to approach the task, with each convinced their method was the right one. Cousin Mike proposed using a 50-ton crane to lift the SAW runs and insert wooden blocks beneath to restore proper alignment. "If it's not flat, we have to level it," he explained. "Otherwise, it'll be a nightmare." However, son Mike was less than enthusiastic, questioning the pace and practicality of the plan. The clash of ideas slowed progress, and tension simmered as the crew worked to execute cousin Mike's strategy. The process was slow and tedious, requiring meticulous adjustments to ensure the SLO runs were perfectly level. Monica, caught in the middle, tried to mediate, but quickly realized that intervening would only escalate the situation. "Getting involved won't do any good," she remarked, stepping back to let the mix resolve their differences. As the SAW runs were finally leveled, the team moved on to install the distributor box, a 1.5-ton piece of equipment that had to be positioned with absolute precision. Cousin Mike operated the crane with care, but the process was nerve-wracking. Every inch mattered, as misalignment could result in costly leaks of Goldrich material. Despite successfully securing the distributor box, the friction between the two mechs remained. Disagreements over the sequence of tasks and overall strategy left both frustrated. When two people are in charge and they have different ideas, it slows everything down. Son Mike admitted, visibly irritated by the inefficiencies. Cousin Mike, equally frustrated, decided he had had enough and returned to Indian River to check on his own site in the Shaker deck. His departure left son Mike and Monica to handle the remainder of the work at Paradise Hill, a daunting task given the high expectations set by their father. The week highlighted the immense pressure on Tony's children and nephew to maintain the family's legacy. Tony has always trusted his kids to step up in his absence, but this time the added responsibility of managing without Kevin or Tony revealed the cracks in their teamwork. For Monica, the role of peacemaker has always been her strength, but even she struggled to navigate the escalating tensions. Meanwhile, son Mike, determined to prove himself capable of running the operation, found himself frustrated by the lack of unity. By the end of the week, the trauma was finally operational and the team was back on track to hit their ambitious 5,000-ounce gold target for the season. However, the internal conflict served as a stark reminder of the challenges of leadership and teamwork in a high-stakes environment, reflecting on the experience. Son Mike acknowledged the need for better collaboration moving forward. If we're going to hit our goal, we need to stop messing around and focus on the work, otherwise it's all wasted effort, he said. Life on the Beets family's mining claims is anything but predictable, and this week was no exception. With Tommy Beets away on a rare vacation, the responsibility to keep the gold flowing fell squarely on the shoulders of his son Mike and cousin Mike. While their respective challenges at Paradise Hill and Indian River, their efforts revealed the grit and determination required to meet the family's sky-high expectations. At Indian River, a shake deck revival. Cousin Mike, operating at Indian River, faced the monumental task of reviving the shaker deck, which had been offline for weeks following its relocation. The move had caused severe damage to the plant's critical components, including the conveyor belt and feeder for a mine relying on heavy machinery. Downtime is the ultimate enemy, and this project was no exception. We've done a lot of repairs, and now it's time to see if she'll do the job, Mike stated, his voice heavy with the weight of responsibility. Welding damaged sections and carefully reassembling the plant required hours of precision work, but with the repairs complete, it was time for the real test, running dirt through the machine. Okay, let's fire this baby up. Mike rallied his team with bated breath. The shaker deck roared back to life, feeding dirt steadily into the cell runs. Seems to be running good now, he said, visibly relieved. I think Tommy will be pretty happy that we've got another plant up and going. Hopefully we'll start seeing some gold soon. But the clock was ticking. Tommy expected the shaker deck to work in tandem with the slur lot within 2 days. The added pressure pushed Mike to ensure every detail was perfect, leaving little room for error. At Paradise Hill, the troubles, while cousin Mike celebrated a hard-earned victory, son Mike was neck deep in problems of his own at Paradise Hill. His mission to get the trawl operational before Tony returned, however, the task proved to be more complex than anticipated. A misaligned chute connecting the soul box to the trauma brought progress to a standstill. Realigning it required not just patience, but also the coordination of welding, precise crane work, and hours of troubleshooting. With each delay, frustrations mounted. I really want to get this done before my dad shows back up, Mike admitted, but there's always something slowing us down. After painstaking adjustments, the team secured the distributor, releveled the soul box, and welded the chute back into place. But just as one problem was solved, another arose: the water pump, vital for feeding water from Hunker Creek to wash the pay dirt. The pump's failure was a major setback. Mike's attempts to start the pump were futile, and it wasn't long before the culprit was identified: a dead battery. This is so surprising, Mike said, exasperated. I'm sick and tired of these constant delays. I just want to get this plant sourcing. Tony's return, a mixed bag of progress. When Tony returned from his trip, he immediately assessed the state of operations. Cousin Mike's success with the shaker deck brought some relief, but at Paradise Hill, the troll's incomplete status was a sore spot. How's it going, Mike? Tommy asked his son, his tone a mix of curiosity and expectation. Mike reported the progress. We've got the distributor in place, the soul box releveled, and the chute rewelded, but I'm still having issues with the pump. Tony's response was characteristically blunt. The trowel had to run. You've been here long enough to figure it out. If you can't, it'll never get done. Though the words stunned, they fueled Mike's resolve. Determined not to let his father down, he vowed to overcome the final hurdle. The road ahead: 2 plants down, 1 to go with 2 operational plants. Indian River shaker deck in Paradise Hill slur lot. The Beets crew was inching closer to their season's ambitious 5,000-ounce target, but the trail success remains critical to achieving their goal. Son Mike and Cousin Mike's parallel struggles highlight the immense challenges of running a mining operation in the unforgiving Klondike. Every repair and delay is a reminder of the pressure that comes with chasing gold in one of the world's harshest environments as the team presses forward.